Just feel
Right here. Eyes haven't seen. Ears haven't heard. There'll never be a love like this for sure.
Okay, counter seat.
Dang Skippy.
Yeah. Hop to it. Stretch me. Hi, you guys. Welcome to Something to Talk About Monday.
Make it harder for me.
We were off. Looks better. We were off like what last month. May was a busy month. So Dr. Fight was missing in action. We were missing in action a little bit. So June is we're back. We're back. We said we're back in all of our glory, all of our color, everything. The weather is cooperating. It's 80 what degrees today?
It's 80.
Because the last couple of weeks in May was like 50 to 60 degrees. I was
80,
like, seriously in May?
81.
Okay, so it's 81. And so as you guys watch this show tonight, you're like, well, it's awfully sparkling and starting to shine. That's because it's going to get hot as Hades in here because with all the stuff going on. But anyway, we're so happy to have you guys. Make sure you keep watching and sharing and commenting. We missed you all. Dr. Fight will be in as soon as he's done with the meeting. And it's not only is it June, but it is Black Music Month. Juneteenth is the 19th. So we're getting ready. We're going to be sporting some different T-shirts throughout June. I'm going to be sporting some new T-shirts. You guys, yeah. For Black Music Month. This. Let me tell you all something. I'm going to coin this as our second Black History, right, of the year, right? Let's do it. It's Black History Part 2. All right, I like that. So Juneteenth is I'm happy about that. Let's just know that Stumpy probably will say something come during this month, but right now,
don't
we just go whatever he says, just because that's one stupid ass man, and I say it with all affection.
Well, look,
no affection, better yet.
Well, I found a new term for a taco.
Yeah, I was like, what? You know what? That's almost insulting to tacos because you know what? We're having tacos for dinner later on, and I can't really think about that and a taco. Even though what is the taco? The Israel what is
always chickens out.
Also, taco equals Trump. Trump always chickening out. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that equated with my tacos. Yeah, because that will leave a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't want to do that.
Okay, we'll stick to our regular scheduled
stupid
programming. You say stupid, I say orange bastard.
Okay, so we'll just to call him stupid ass because he is legitimately stupid in any way, shape, where you can think of. He's legitimately stupid.
Or as I say, dumber, and dumb-ist.
They all just the dumbest. I can't even give them dumb or dumber. They're all just the dumbest little bunch of people. Woo! I mean, from that I've ever encountered. I knew there was some ignorant people in the United States, but these people have surpassed ignorant. They just stupid. Stupid is when you just ignorant is when you don't know any better and you try to do better. Stupid is what Forrest Gump say. Stupid is stupid does. And they're just legitimately stupid people.
Stupid is.
Yeah. And that's all you can say about. So anyone who supports Donald Trump, trust me, I'm calling you stupid too. Okay,
you got to be.
Yes, you have to be. Because
you have to be. There is not. You cannot sit there and tell me that you support Donald Trump. You're a rational human being with an irrational thought that comes out of your head. I refuse to believe it because that irrational, incompetent psychopath, and I do mean he is a psychopath, lunatic, whatever you want to call him. You just can't. You can't be a rational person and support that. That doesn't mix. You know how equations have to make sense. Rational, Donald Trump don't mix.
And let us not forget, it's also Pride Month.
Hey, Pride Month.
So all you all that celebrate Pride Month, hey, well, so that sound like the park is, hey. And the Pride Month in the shy, baby, stop.
Well, my other gig, we got a float.
Brianna will be giving us some footage from Pride. Damn, that'd be a whole situation on
Pride
Pride.
Parade.
Oh my Lord Jesus! But Brianna gonna give you all some coverage for the show for the Pride Parade in Chicago.
That means I got to go to Pride.
But you know what? For some reason, the last couple of years we've got mixed up in the Pride. I was like, what happened? It's rather entertaining though. I'm gonna be honest, it is rather freaking entertaining.
Go to the parade, it's even more entertaining. Go to Pride Fest. Like, see, she know, but I went to Pride Fest and the Pride Parade, so I'll be the whole weekend party. Man,
she did a whole bunch of things that I wasn't aware of, and I said, thank God for I didn't need to know. You're right. Sometimes parents don't need to know every damn thing. You're right.
Now I'm not saying you shouldn't tell your parents certain things, but certain things you omit to a certain age. Right?
You just omit. Okay, omit.
I'm just saying. Did you tell your mother everything? No.
Well, here's the difference is that, yeah.
You was across, okay.
Yeah, I was 2,000 miles away and living my own life at 18, so that's different.
Still, but something you omitted.
This is true.
Okay.
You know, your parents gotta say, how you know what's going on? Nothing.
Just some things, you know, she talking about, I have covered. You know, I have to go to Pride. I ain't been to Pride since probably COVID.
She kills me talking about how the lesbian women they're very aggressive.
They're very aggressive.
They don't like to take no for an answer. But
I told one no, and me and her just became nice friends. She just sat there because you ain't getting nothing. Nada.
Zero. What gets me?
She was nice as can be. You know, when she bought me a couple of drinks, I had to make sure she ain't slipped me nothing. You know.
What gets me though is I like the different looks. Okay, the attire. You know, I'm just like, well, I just like, how much ass can you have out? How much ass and boobs can you have out?
Now, see, I didn't go there, bro. Now, did I go with people that had the ass cheeks and all that? Of course I did. I was one, you know, I had like the suspenders and the tutu.
Yeah, with the
biker shorts or something.
With the booty cuts, with the booty cutouts. I was like, wow, really? Remember that time we saw with the butt cutouts they had on the fishnets? I was like, well, and look here, if you're driving, I said, you know, you're gonna have to pay attention to what's it, because some of them outfits be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, if it's your first time, you don't really know. Just get you know, they sell that where you get your little tutu. You put the suspenders on. You put the little.
Why the suspenders? Because they had the rainbow colors on them.
Yeah, you get the rainbow suspenders with the little rainbow tutu. That was my outfit.
Oh.
You know, now that I had a friend, they were trying to get like, put the lingerie on. I'm not walking around with my ass out in no lingerie.
Yeah, I can't get with when you see the flowing lingerie, you know, and then they have on the little night underwear, panties, bloomers, whatever you want to call them. Nice. I can't really. You know, you walking in some even have the cute little nightie on, and they have on boots. Why? That look is not cute. Like, if you're gonna have the nightie on,
like, that was my get up.
Oh, that's cute. That's a lot of rainbow though.
But it's Pride, so you had a little two-tone. I didn't do the socks. Well, I did the socks.
Well, the socks are kind of cute.
I did the socks and everything. I didn't do the arm thing.
Yeah, the socks are kind of cute. So we'll be seeing Pride the entire month of June. You know, we'll be seeing some interesting ensembles put together, and I look forward to it. You know.
Maybe go to Pride. Now I gotta find it.
Now she got to go to Pride and do her job on Pride. So I said she'll be bringing you those updates throughout the month, because the Pride Parade is the last weekend of the month.
Yes, but no Pride Fest. No, you have Pride Fest. The parade is like the last weekend, but you have Pride.
So when is the Pride Fest?
I think that's like next week. Not next week. No.
Or is it the week? Or is it the whole weekend? And then it's like, no. Okay. Anyway, Brianna's gonna find out where the Pride Fest is, and then she'll go in and do her. Listen, I just enjoy looking because it cracks me up. It cracks me up.
Pride Fest is the 21st and the 22nd.
Okay, so Pride Fest comes after Juneteenth.
Yes.
So our Juneteenth, we'll be celebrating Juneteenth the 19th.
You know,
so
amazing how y'all put all the minorities in one month. I'm just saying.
Well, look at here.
The bride, you know, that's cool.
But you know, so then we have because Juneteenth night, and then we have the whole month is Black. The whole month of June is Black Music Month. So we're gonna celebrate that.
She said, "Now I gotta find an outfit."
Well, she likes doing the dress up thing. Can I do this?
I never put my little thing on my head.
Yeah. They look at me because why like glasses crooked because my whole, I'm my whole arm over here.
Look, my friend behavior like she's coming back for Pride. Now I'm gonna have to go stand in the line. Oh my God.
You know what? It's just you know, what I find interesting is that you see the families out there with their kids, and so I guess I said, well, I guess you know they're teaching their children at a young age to be accepting right of other people and the way they choose to live their lives. And I can't do nothing but applaud that.
And like Pride Fest is not bad. Now the parade is something else. You don't take your kids to the parade. Now you want to take them to the fest, that's fine. But the parade be like it be a little raunchy. Let me just say it be a lot raunchy. Let me just say I got stalked by one chick. She was trying to follow me down the street. I'm like, look.
And then the thing that gets me to is like after because the parade is earlier in the day, and then in the evening time, I'm not understanding why you all still have to stand around and block traffic. You know, go the hell home. Go the hell home and stay out of trouble.
That will be one weekend where you invest in if you don't drive anywhere during Pride weekend. Just
I'm gonna drive and then I like to go when the parade is over.
Catch a bus, get an Uber. No, not even Uber gonna be searching.
Yeah. Okay. So if you guys follow me on here and follow me on IG because I got the calendar up. So you guys can see every week what we're doing and what's coming up for our calendar, for something to talk about calendar. So follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and you will keep up with me. And then let me know what you're doing special in your area, and then I can add it to the calendar and we can talk about it on the show. How about that? Sounds good. Sound like a plan. You guys let us know what you're doing the whole month of June because June officially becomes the summer officially kicks in on the 21st or the 20th of June. Summer officially starts.
But I was looking. It's so much stuff going on in Chicago just for the month of June. It is ridiculous.
Well, you know, I tell everybody after summertime in Chicago,
you got Black History. You got like Black Music Month. I think there's an event going on. You got
you guys are real stupid.
I won't gonna say that, but you got for like the little kids. If you got kids and they love Hot Wheels, especially got boys, they got like the little Hot Wheel glowing fire. You got Rib Fest, Hot Dog Fest. I mean,
now see, I
Greek Fest is coming up.
I love Greek Fest. I like the Hot Dog Fest. The Rib Fest, too much. Can't get.
You gotta go to Greek Fest, definitely.
Please, you know I love me some Greek food, so I ain't. She has literally said nothing but a word. I love me some Greek food, and you like to keep the olives. Cause I'm not a fan of olives.
I'm gonna take you to Greek Fest.
But Greek Fest, I love.
Greek Fest, when Greek Fest?
She got. So you guys.
Oh, that's this weekend.
Whoa! Stop it.
6 to 8, 5 p.m. to 11. We gotta go.
So you gotta add it to the calendar so you guys can keep seeing what's going on. With Tuesday we have our guest. Our calendar is being worked on. My calendar I think is almost full for June, but I think one of my guests for tomorrow needs to reschedule. But after that, the calendar is booked. So I'm working on that since yesterday.
You've been slacking.
Yeah, I know. Well, May was an interesting month. The weather was uncooperative.
The weather was highly.
And then we were doing a lot of other stuff. But anyway, I get back in my groove. Make sure you guys go and check out lbmedia.com.
She got to get her. Are you taking your normal summer break this year?
Yeah, because but they always get too damn hot to be in the studio. I got to have my break. Okay, that way when we come back in the mid-fall, mid-September, we refresh. But come August, yeah, because by the time we take the break, it's like 100 degrees sweltering in the studio. Must have. It's just a must have.
Humidity be all time.
It'd be a must have. So you guys get to join us for the next couple months. Then we'll go on a break. But anyway, let's get it into. I was going to tell you, make sure you guys go to lbmedia.com. If you have new music, you have you have a new show, whatever your creative outlet is, go to LB Media and you can do a submission, and we'll talk to you and we'll help you elevate your game. So go there. That's lbmedia.com. Our radio station is being worked on. In the meantime, you can listen to AO Radio Shy.
She got a revamp.
We literally, that's part of May. What May was, it has been a reworking and rebranding,
revitalization.
I can't stand her. Okay, It's been a rebranding thing because we have grown. LB Entertainment just didn't seem like it was suited us, so we're going to LB Media because we have different media platforms now. We have multiple media platforms now, so we need to show all that. And when you go to www.lbmedia.com, you will see it all. The website is not finished, but it's what 60% finished, 70%. We give 70, right? I'm gonna give you 70%. So we still got about 65%. Let's cut it in the medium. All right. So let's get into some of my talk triggers.
Oh Lord.
These are some of the things that's been triggering me. But since we're kicking off with the month of June, Black Music Month, Juneteenth, Pride, let's give you all. Let's give me. I saw this on Instagram, and I thought this guy summed up Black people, people of color, very well.
Okay, I
Let's
want to take a
look at
moment to say thank you to Donald Trump, not out of praise, but out of truth. Because while you rip through every part of this government, tearing down justice, equality, and fairness under the fake excuse of fighting DEI fraud, what you're really doing is confirming what Black folks have been saying for generations. America was built on racism, fueled by fear and sustained by white supremacy. You've exposed it all. The masks are off. The polite racism, the fake allyship, the colorblind lies, it's all gone. Now we see it raw and unfiltered. You're not just targeting policy, you're targeting people. Black people, brown people, marginalized communities. And the wild part, we make up the smallest portion of this country, yet somehow we are the biggest threat to the lie that white supremacy built. That should tell you everything. You're afraid not of violence, not of replacement, but of the power we hold even when we have nothing. You see the way our culture, our brilliance, our resilience, our excellence continues to shape this country, even when it tries to erase us. Donald Trump is just the loudest version of a system that's always been in place. He is the living, breathing proof that this country was never designed with us in mind. And yet, we continue to define it. So thank you, Donald, for exposing what so many tried to deny, for showing the world that the fear of Black greatness is real, for proving that racism isn't in our imagination, it's in the fabric of this nation. And to my people, we don't have to fight to prove our worth. He's doing that for us. All we have to do is stand firm, stay awake, and know that the truth is finally louder than the lie. We are not broken. We are not the problem. We are the evidence of the power that this country can contain. Let that truth ring louder than its hate.
Yay! And that's how we kick off Black History Part 2. That's what I'm going to call it. It's Black Music Month, but it's Black History Part 2. Okay? Part 2.
I mean, who didn't believe that? Well, they didn't. That's the
Well, they thought that people of color us wasn't smart enough to understand what they've been doing, and the fact of the matter is they think that we fear them. We don't fear you. They fear us. That's the problem.
right. We really want to talk about smart and them in the same sentence.
Yeah, no. I legitimately, here's the thing. I have said people say when you say talk about white people.
Look,
I clearly state.
Look, I got Dr. Fight Eyes when he was young. Like,
I clearly state I do not believe that I am racist, but do I have some racist tendencies? I probably do. And I think so many other people do as well. But the thing is that I'm not afraid or ashamed to say what I feel. Now I'm only responsive to when you're being racist to me and you say something out of order to me, then I'm gonna give it back to you. Otherwise, I do not walk around saying, "Oh, I don't like white people," because no. But however I react to you, my response is the way you come at me, and that's most Black people. We mind our own business, do our own thing until you come crazy at me. Now, when you come crazy at me, all bets are off, and that's how we function. And white people need to understand that. So when I see a white person doing something or saying something out of order, and you say it to me, I'm going to react to it. I'm going to react to it. You might not like my reaction, and don't come in and say, "Well, you're being racist." No more than you. Okay? So maybe you should take a look in the mirror because I don't wake up every day thinking about you all. I really don't.
They think about us.
Right now, you wake up every day probably thinking about us and how you can screw us over. But trust me, I don't wake up every morning that God blesses me to wake up and think about what you're doing. Because you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror. You have to look at the children that you've raised. You have to look at the legacy that you're leaving for your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, and so on and so forth. See, me, I'm going to be proud and I'm going to be pleased with what I leave for my daughter and my grandson. Me. Because one thing about it, my daughter knows who I am. She knows where I come from, and my grandson does too. You know, he looks cuckoo right now, but you know, he all the three.
Hey,
Okay, but he understands his nan. All right.
you didn't say about calling my baby cuckoo.
Tell his mama crazy. But okay, and you, my daughter, I can call you crazy all day.
Negative.
Oh, she know I do. But so when people want to say, oh, when I say something and I say, well, some white people do so and so, the first thing they say, you being racist. That's me calling you out on what you're doing. That's not me being racist at all.
When they go with the derogatory term, you people.
Don't you hate that shit? And I do it right back to us. I said, what do you mean, you people? That is that gets the party started.
That sets me off.
Yeah.
That has set me off because well, you people don't understand. Who is you people?
Right.
It's almost like a reflex. You ever had that reflex? They say, you people. Who the fuck is you people? Like, excuse you? Like, somebody says to me, that literally rolls off my tongue. Like, who is it? Like, then they get all offended. I didn't mean it that way. Like,
how else
how am I
could you
supposed
mean
to take it?
Right.
You say you people with a whole attitude. Like,
this was years ago when we got into
that's my we say talk trigger. That's my trigger point. Don't how know you people because you see a group of black people.
Yeah, because you know when people say this make your head snap back, you say, well, you people on my glass were crooked. But you know, we say you people. What do you mean you people? No, you mean you people. So, and that's the thing in the United States that people always want to put labels on you and say, oh, you know, this was black or this is Hispanic or you're gay, you're skinny, you're fat, you're tough. So you always want to label people. And that's the thing. You can't label me. I don't like labels. But here's the thing. I don't mind using them, and I use them only. I said when you come at me with a label, because when you're labeling me and we're out in public, I don't have the time to explain to you why what you said is wrong. I'm just gonna give you back what you gave me. So if you want to say you people, if you say you people, I'm gonna say and you stupid ass people. So that's gonna be my retort back to you. It's not going to be pretty. It ain't going to be pleasant. And then I'm going to turn on and keep on walking. Okay? So people have to understand it's all about communication. We all are not going to believe the same thing. But here's what. We're not going to believe the same thing. We don't look the same. We don't speak the same. We don't act the same. But here's where we differentiate. If you agree with anything that somebody like Donald Trump says, I have no conversation for you. Zero. Nothing. Because at that point, you have gone lower then I can go, so I can't talk to you because you're too stupid for me. So you can never have an argument with me about Donald Trump, about the stupid tariffs that they are now saying that those are being fought in court. Whoa. Everything that he does is stupid. So me, you have talking to me about Stumpy. I will not engage in a conversation with you because I think he is the stupidest man of today, and so I cannot. And so if you want to talk to me about Donald Trump and whatever the other, I think you equally stupid. You're equally stupid if you talk to me about him because I think that is trash. That is the big fat white trash bag that I take out and put in my garbage every day. That's what he is. It be full of air and nothing else. Just stuffed down with garbage. That's what he is. A big fat white trash bag. There you go. All right. So what else? Who else I have on my top triggers? What we got else? This gonna be I'm so happy we back. Oh God. Oh, okay. Well, let me go here. This one is a big black trash bag.
Just get up. Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna go.
What my other picture at?
I can't do them side by side.
Okay. Do y'all see this picture? This is Dalton Mayor Tiffany. Well, no. Former mayor of Dalton, Illinois. It's a little suburb town, a little village. It's called the village, a little village in Illinois. right outside of Chicago.
And
Where-
you blink, you'll go right past.
Hell yeah. where Pope Leo is originally from. Okay, so I asked that, what do these two people have in common?
That's her.
There's Tiffany Henyard, and that's a nice photo of her. And there's Pope Leo. Pope Leo is originally from Dalton, Illinois.
It don't mean she ain't no less ghetto.
And no, that was what they have in common. They only well, she was a mayor of Dalton, and he was born and raised in Dalton, Illinois. Little small town. It has grown over the years, but it still was small. You sneeze and you out of it. You know, but we were thrilled to find out that he had become a new pope from Dalton, Illinois. Everybody, the first American pope ever. So what that say? That's a message from God. Pay attention.
That's a damn shame.
God said, now's the time. The United States, they need a whole lot of prayer. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Pope Leo, and he was 69.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a relatively young pope. Because normally the popes be up there like they 70s, 80s, and they're that long. So what is Leo the 14th?
Mm-hmm.
Pope Leo
Francis was.
He was old when he was. What was he? Darn near 80.
He was 70, like 77, 78.
Yeah, I think he was like,
he was 88.
yeah.
And I think I'm at like 10, 11 years.
Yeah, and I remember watching when they were going to start the conclave, and every one of they had a prayer, and they all walked up there, and I remember them saying his name, but there was no way after he was just like a blip that they talked about when he came in and said his prayer and went on. Nobody even thought. That's why I said it's all God's plan. It's all God's story. He writes the way he wants to. So Tiffany Henyard, thank God, because you put that picture back up there. That's one ghetto ass. And I call you, I don't care, being black, white. The white folks don't think you all can't be ghetto, because what's in that White House now is ghetto as hell. That's ghetto personified in the White House and all around.
Ghetto fabulous.
She might have fit in up there in the White House. Because this one, when they had meetings, she was jumping over tables.
Taking
her wig was falling off.
Taking her eyelashes off.
Yes,
and
uber ghetto.
And that's why she got her ass smoked.
Then she, when it was time for election, what she get, like 12 votes?
Well, she got like 300, but she still got her.
They wanted her, because they said, Lori Lightfoot, former mayor of Chicago. Lori was there examining the books and all kinds of stuff.
Can we get rid of Brandon? I can't take it.
Brandon gonna be going after the term too.
I can't take much more. He got to
go. So she's part of this FBI investigation probe. Because they don't tell what she did with the finances and what's going on. What's wrong with you people? When you all get up in public office, you feel like you can just take the finances like they're your own personal purse.
No, but here's my thing. You took the money, but still got an eviction notice for rent. Damn.
First of all, how you still renting and being talking about you the mayor somewhere? You need to have your own house. Yeah, and then you pay your own damn rent.
You're renting. Then they ain't pay your rent on time.
Right.
But you were the mayor of Dalton, and then you were part of some township.
Right.
You can, and then I think
she was getting a couple of paychecks, right?
So I think she lived over in Calumet City or something.
Yeah.
So you can get half for $200,000. The houses ain't that expensive in Calumet City. I'm just saying.
I just figured that she owned her house. When I said they were taking her landlord taking her to rent for paying. I said rent. You don't you and your boyfriend, husband. What the hell does he do? Was that the live-in boyfriend? I mean, what was it? What is it?
They all see this right here, ghetto fact.
This is why there should be certain guys and regulations, people who want to hold public office, because they no way she going to court now for not misuse of public funds or whatever. Donald Trump is sitting in the Oval Office, convicted felon 34 times over, less convictions than a murderer. Than a murderer.
No. More charges.
More
felonies than a murderer.
More felony convictions than a serial murderer.
Serial
killer.
Serial killers don't have that many charges.
Rape is pretty much.
Hell, Charles Manson didn't have that many felonies.
Yeah, no. And Charles Manson legitimately killed people. But this one has been Donald Trump. So what I was saying, there needs to be. I mean, you know what? It's for state level. They can't hold office with having certain things on their record. But how is it? How
at
is
the
it
federal
level?
You can be the president Like what?
Yeah, I don't understand that. At the federal level, yeah, I think all of us was shocked. We was like, how was that even possible? I'm saying somebody ain't teaching something right
Who made that rule?
in school. I don't know, 'cause it's some dumb, it's some, what's the song is dumb shit. It's some dumb shit.
Yeah,
I'm
who
just
made
saying.
that rule? Dr. Fraser.
Okay, yeah, so
Like, who made that rule?
so Tiffany Henyard, good luck with you. Pope Leo, we're gonna keep watching and seeing what changes you make in the Catholic Church, if any. But I think he is young enough and he has a grasp on things that's going on. So I think that he's going to. I think he's gonna make some. I don't know, because it is the Catholic Church and they are pretty when it comes to rules. But you know what? As time changes, some things have to change and bend and stuff like that. All right, so let's go. Who's up next? Who's up next on my top triggers? I'm doing pretty good. Look at that. I'm doing pretty good.
I'm shocked. The Pope Leo. Oh, here it comes.
Oh, this is a good one, yours. This is my other top trigger. This is David Lim.
Mhm.
This is David Lim. If you guys watched SWAT, last week was SWAT's final episode.
A couple weeks ago, or maybe
A couple weeks ago. Well, he played what was his character on SWAT?
No.
Oh shit! It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it. Anyway, he was one of the characters on SWAT. So after SWAT was officially canceled, a couple of days later, Shamar Moore came out.
Victor Tan.
Yeah, Tan, you go. So Shamar came out and was saying that there's a new pilot in the works, a spinoff basically from SWAT called SWAT Exiles. And so far, Shamar is the only one from the TV show SWAT that has been cast. So David Lim was in his feelings a little bit. And he said it feels like, we were just swept aside. The rest of the cast was just swept aside. And Shamar is the only one that's getting this other opportunity. And okay, David Lim, you've been in the business long enough to understand how it works. New projects that are greenlit, they have to have a formidable name attached to them in order for them to say that this has potential. This has potential and may go somewhere. Now, Shamar Moore, when episodes start, they go back in, I think, the studio too, in July or August to start filming.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, Shamar is the only one. And when Shamar came out and he was thrilled about it, and he did say pretty much, I make no apologies, to anyone. I'm thrilled about this new opportunity. I've been in the game for like 30 plus years. And you know what? And he has. I mean, he's already built his career. I mean, from modeling, then from television, from soap operas, then to Criminal Minds and all kind of some Tyler Perry films. So so they said, okay, people gonna tune in to watch Shamar. So just how old is he anyway, David Lim?
41.
Okay, so you are a little younger than Shamar. So Shamar's had a little more time in the game. I understand you're a little frustrated. You're like, I lost my job. Now you out of work for right now, and you want to get working. But you coming out talking against Shamar, or maybe having a little bit of attitude, might not be a good thing. I mean, I liked you as Victor Tan on SWAT. So, but good luck. But just hold on. Shamar gonna get in there. Let him get in there and get the show going. See how the show starts to feel. And then I think some of the characters are gonna come back. Like what's the one that played the daddy with the gray hair? I loved him.
Oh, Jay Harrington.
Yeah, Jay Harrington. I think him and Shamar had a good chemistry. So, and they both were up there in age. So for them to retire from the SWAT and then come back to, I guess the premise of the show is to try to rein in some of these young wild exiles on SWAT. So I mean, I think they'll work perfectly together. But David, calm down. It's all right. It's all right, dude. It'll be okay. You'll find something else to do. Maybe go on the soap opera. Okay. What's next?
All right, we're going to order.
We're going over Dr. Fight coming out somewhere. I said, let's go here. Here. This was the weekend for this one. All righty. Look at Todd. Okay. So
Todd got the haircut though. Todd was playing around.
Todd, they probably had somebody waiting at the house for Todd. Todd said, look, I need my hair color. I need my eyebrows arched. I need the whole 9 yards. Todd do have a little body. Look at Todd got a little body right there. Look
I said, like the stay in.
Yeah. Todd said I didn't have no Botox, so I ain't had no choice but to work out. Yeah, you cannot not like Todd Chrisley, okay? Because Todd gonna give it to you the way it is. I still think y'all did something wrong, but that ain't for me. Y'all say you ought to do nothing wrong. I don't, I'm going to leave it there. But I'm glad that they're out. That they're out. Him and Julie. I'm glad that they're out. I don't think they should have their sentences totally commuted. Just like they didn't. The black guy that he so called, the man 80 years old. You could have given him a full pardon too. But they said he killed somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. He killed a couple people. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. But anyway, his sentence was commuted. He's out. And everybody was up in arms about Todd and Julie. You know what? I don't like the whole. And you know what the thing about Todd did a press conference now? It's the daughter Savannah that's been yelping about the whole MAGA thing. MAGA this, MAGA that. Todd has not. He just kind of thanked Trump, right? And then he went on talking about the thing, the mistreatment of black men, young black men. While he was behind bars and things of that nature. And he wants to work on prison reform and things like that. Well, Todd, if you found the purpose, that's good because honestly, y'all show wasn't really. It was just about spending money. So if you found a real purpose, I salute that. Good for you, Todd. Todd didn't go back to the crazy with blonde hair. He's got like a darker hue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had like a darker hue to his hair. Yeah, he looks better without all the Botox, to be honest. He got a nice haircut. Todd like, yeah. And Todd said, I'm not hiding any. So he come right out and do a press conference. Good for him. Good for him. Now, Julie, on the other hand, Julie went to the butcher shop. She still got the dark hair and some of the gray in there. I'm gonna need you to maybe touch up the gray or lighten up the brown. And I'm not gonna pick on you like Honey Boo Boo did, because Honey Boo Boo said you look old. She look older, and everybody got on Honey Boo Boo's butt about that. Okay, so good for Todd and Judy.
She do look old.
She do look old. I looked at it, I was like, ugh.
She don't even look like us. I mean, I get you ain't had no makeup, but she look old.
Right, I mean, she's put on some makeup too.
Like fix it up, girl.
Fix it up, girl. Okay. Who else we got? I'm about to wrap mine up. Who else I got?
You want to go to your IG vibes?
Oh, I'll come back to my IG vibes. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's cover this. Oh yeah. Okay, this food right here.
Oh, Lord.
Dr. Fight, come on in if you want. Okay, this food right here. Did he do it? Did he do it all?
Did he did a lot?
Did he do a whole lot, Lord Jesus. So, what was the girl name? She was on the
Cassie.
Cassie was on the stand a couple weeks ago.
She got a new baby now.
Oh, she got a new baby. She had the baby. Oh, she got a little boy.
Yep.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Cassie. There was a lot that came out during her 3 days on the stand or 4 days on the stand.
Uh-huh.
But here's what I said. Everybody's asking the same question. Where are the RICO? Because I don't see any RICO in this case. Now, Brianna and I had this conversation with Dr. Fight. I said, I don't understand. I don't see what a RICO is in here. Now, was he nasty and the stuff he did and mistreated Cassie? Yes, all of that. But I don't see the substantiating the whole RICO case. I don't see that. Everybody said the same thing. They said maybe they will establish it by the end of the case. I was like, well, when? I mean, he did the freak offs. They said probably about July. They said he did the freak offs with the whole baby oil thing, the whole jacket on, But he was very abusive because who was the one that was his assistant? He also abused her too. She was on the stand last week. So he also abused her as well. So much to the point that he ended up chasing Cassie and her. They got into a dinghy and went out to the ocean. For him while he ranting and raving and carrying on. But if you recall this, if you guys remember watching Making the Band or something, he used to curse and rant and rave then.
Yeah.
And there's no way I would have been a part of that. You're not my daddy. He just was berate and belittle people, and he just did the absolute most. So if they're going to convict him on anything, it would be, I think, the video, the abuse from Cassie. But anything else, I'm just okay. He's not he's an abuser. He's a nasty dog. I mean, that's what he is. Dr. Fight, got any comments?
Free Diddy.
What the hell? What did he say?
Free Diddy.
Yeah, make them bigger. Hey, Dr. Fight, welcome back. We missed Dr. Fight. You know, he had, like, as everybody had a lot going on last month. But he turned it. Dr. Fight did something to himself. So I just want to know. I don't really want to watch it. I just want to do the caps on the day-to-day trial things. Um, because I just don't see the RICO. I think it is waste. If you were just going to charge him with I think what they did was that I think they ran out of time to really get him on the beating from Cassie, and so they had to come up with all these other charges to substantiate putting him behind bars for the abuse that he subjected her to. But here's my thing:
Ain't no Rico.
but here's my thing. I said she was her friend. Who was the guy that testified last week that said he had set her up with what's his name, with Michael B. Jordan. So they had a back and forth situation going on. She would leave, then he'd do something to bring her back, and so they had a back and forth, dynamic going on.
But if he, okay, we saw him beat you in the hotel. Why would you go deal with that for 11 years?
Yeah,
Ain't no way.
yeah. And I would have said the video would have been real interesting because while he grabbed me by my hair, I had him by his balls. So it'd have been on in the hallway. It'd have been on in the hallway. I'm not going to room for a lot of
Listen, I know I'm leaving my trustee board meeting right now. I had a very, very contentious board meeting tonight. And we got a lot of things we dealing with and issues we wrestling with. But at the end of the day, look,
That's like you getting frozen.
Here you go to some area.
They got some
hold on. I'm gonna have to connect to the Wi-Fi in my car. So I don't
Okay,
know what it's about to do. So give me a second to do that.
okay, okay.
Wi-Fi. Here it
That's
is.
like the
Wi-Fi
time.
over here.
So
Off connection.
what was the testimony today? Because I just tried to catch it like at the end of the week. I just
I,
like to get the wrap up at the end of the week, like what is transpired during the trial. Yeah.
I'm lost. I can't tell you.
Okay, that's fight back.
Yeah, okay. I sound all right.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Good. All right, listen. So let's go back a little bit. Trump pardons the Chrisleys,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, I got mixed feelings on this. I got mixed feelings on this because you do the crime, you pay the time. You know what I'm saying? But then he come back and he free Larry Hoover, which don't make no sense at all. And NBA YoungBoy.
Who was that?
A long ago rapper that just
I didn't hear
A
that.
rapper who can't keep guns. He a felon and he keep carrying guns and he keep getting arrested
right.
carrying guns. So he
Oh,
been in and out of prison forever. And and Trump commuted his sentence. Now Larry Hoover is a notorious gang guy out of Chicago.
mm-hmm.
He started the gang. Now Hoover was charged by the state of Illinois and
Yeah.
got 200 years
Woo!
in prison, right?
Yeah.
He go to prison and he's still running the gangs, ordering hits, doing drug deals,
Yeah.
everything from
Wow.
behind bars in Illinois. So the federal government got involved and charged him again and gave him 6 consecutive life sentences.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Trump commuted his federal charge, but now he got 200 years he got to do
The
in
state.
state penitentiary.
And he 80. He ain't gonna do no 200 years.
He ain't getting out of jail.
Right.
But it don't make no sense to commute his federal sentence. He
Yeah.
going back to prison in the state of Illinois anyway.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so I
He
know
was
already.
already convicted by Illinois and
Yeah.
still was running the game from behind Illinois prison. They federally charged him, and then he was in Colorado, I think,
Yeah.
in a maximum security prison. So when Trump commuted his sentence, he then now is going back to Illinois to finish out his 200 years he had for the state of Illinois.
Okay.
So what was the point?
Yeah.
And now they talking about him preemptively commuting any sentence that Diddy might get.
Yeah, yeah.
Still setting him free. I told y'all Diddy wasn't going to prison. I told you. I told you. I told you, having all of that body of oil, having all that slip and slide going on may not be a good look, but it ain't criminal.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to see that because this case they put talking about. I'm like, where's the Rico? Like,
I'm trying to see how many. I'm trying
Ain't
to see
none.
other
They
people.
ain't got no evidence. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, you all know how I hate to admit that Dr. Five may be right. It drives me crazy. But as the trial has been going on, I keep saying, where are the other people? Where are the other victims? This is just
How I knew that. You know how I knew this wasn't gonna take. This wasn't gonna happen when the DA, the ADA, the federal prosecutor gets up there, the black guy, and does the
uh-huh,
press conference.
uh-huh,
At that point, I knew they were messed up because he said, if there's anybody out there, as we're still putting this case together with any evidence, please contact us. Wait a minute now. The federal government don't operate like that. When they
right.
show up, all they ducks in the row. You just
That
arrested Diddy and you soliciting for people to come forward with evidence. That ain't how the federal. You get your evidence first and then you go to arrest. You don't arrest to say, I think we got something here. No, only thing you got is baby oil.
Yeah, I have been when I hear the evidence, I have been really surprised because I was expecting that trust me, Cassie's testimony, it was explosive. It was explosive. But it was to me it was an abusive, bad situation. And for me to say this, I said to me, she wasn't they both were culpable to me as something because he kept abusing you and you kept going back. So and I understand that you're young and you thought, well, maybe because he kept maybe putting these stars in your eyes, he's gonna make you this singer, whatever. But after a few years and him kept banging your head against the wall or slapping you down, I mean, don't you get the hit at some point? I mean, you broke up with him so many times up to some moment that she was dating Michael B. Jordan for a while. So why would you go back? And I get people say, once you get free, you stay that way. You said, I'm not gonna keep going back to somebody who's gonna keep beating my brains out, and then having you sleep with other people while he's sitting over in a chair, getting his freak on. I thought we was gonna say that he was, catching him in some threesomes or blah blah blah. No, he was sitting back and watch her get it on with other people. So you
I
allowed
want to see
yourself.
these videos.
You said what? That's right.
I want to see these videos.
No, I pay. No.
I'm saying, no, where the evidence? They said the man had freak off parties. He had cameras all over the place. He was recording all this stuff. Everybody got this idea that he got all these DVDs full of freak off parties, and we ain't seen a DVD yet. When R. Kelly was peeing on people, that video went viral before we even knew what viral was. We ain't seen Diddy do nothing with the internet the way it is. Ain't nobody. Shannon Sharp was having sex with Michelle on Instagram, and we
That was
ain't
that.
heard
Yep. Yep.
nothing
Yep.
about. We ain't heard nothing about Diddy doing nothing. Come on now, some
Yep.
fishy about this. Some
Yeah.
fishy.
But do you think that they're going to convict him? Because I said the only way to me that they're going to be able to get a conviction is if they just base it off the video of him, abusing Cassie at the hotel. Anything else? I mean, yeah, like the assistant came out and said he told her to sleep with somebody. So he did some vulgar, some really disgusting things. He did. He mistreated women. I no doubt about that. But is it actually jail time warranted for jail time? Is it that?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. Diddy, the stuff that's come out about him sound bad. But the question I've always had, where's your evidence? Because right now the prosecution is putting on their case. Just
I
wait,
just yeah.
just wait till Diddy put on his case. And the question gonna be, Who narrative is you gonna believe? Who narrative? Cause Diddy
Well,
just sitting there chilling
you know
right
they
now.
gonna, you know they're gonna believe Cassie. You know they're gonna, you know they're gonna believe Cassie.
Diddy got the tapes. If they accuse this man of recording these freak offs and all this stuff, where the tapes at? And all it's gonna take is for Cassie to roll her eyes in the back of her head and get making love to somebody, and the prosecutor's gonna say she wanted to do that.
What
Diddy ain't make her do that. Look at her eyeballs
that's
rolling
what,
in the back of her head. Look
well,
at
I'm
this.
saying.
Look,
What was the first guy that she said that had been around him for years, and he said she met him at the door with some kind of red negligee on, and she was all ready to go. You know that's what I'm saying. I understand she was what 20 something, but you know what you are naive, but you're not that damn naive because
she
you
got
can't
paid for that.
comprehend.
She got
Mm-mm.
paid for that. She took that money in order to do it. She didn't do that under distress. You
No,
got
she
to
did not.
prove. Diddy gonna get up there and say, if I'm guilty of anything, I'm guilty of prostitution. Because I told her
But
I'll
that
give her
I
$10,000 to do everything that she said she was forced to do. I got receipts
mhm.
to show that I paid her this money, and this money was for that action. So if I'm
but
guilty of anything, it's prostitution. Now, last I checked, that's a misdemeanor, not a felony.
But to put that man and have him sit behind bars all while he was getting ready for trial for
It's
what?
called
And
time served. It's called
based off the
time served. That's what that
based off
called.
based off the evidence that I'm seeing for what? Tell me he was a potential what? I mean this is a
Telling y'all,
waste. This is a
y'all was
waste of money and abuse of power. And
Y'all
I
was dragging Diddy. Y'all was dragging Diddy. Oh, he
well,
crazy. He out
here's the
here
thing.
abusive. We got a RICO case. It's federal cross state. He this, that, and the third. I said, where the evidence? I read the indictment. It ain't had none of what everybody was talking about. The thing, because they ain't had no evidence. They couldn't indict him on something they ain't had no evidence on. Then then they wanted to talk about all this baby oil. Now, granted, it do look bad. You know what I'm saying? He took all the Dollar General baby oil, and there's a baby oil shortage, and it's all at Diddy house. That look bad. I give it to you. It don't look good. It's good comedy, but it ain't criminal. It ain't criminal. Ain't nobody complaining about all these appliances you got under your cabinet that you don't use. If he got bottle oil, baby oil, he ain't use it. That ain't against the law.
I just expected to see like a ring of women, a parade of women that they said that he's sex trafficked across state lines and all this other stuff. And
No,
I haven't seen any of that. I have to
ain't
me
gonna
this
and you ain't gonna
and
see it.
trust me, I'm not a Diddy fan. I always said to me, I said Diddy, well Diddy had never been really all that creative to me because he always took somebody else's rapping, you know, so he never been creative to me. So I'm cool with that. But I just don't see it, and I said I don't see you destroying somebody's life. And so if I'm sitting on a jury and you go back in there and you say, okay, we start to deliberate. My question would be to everybody else in that jury is like, okay, well, what did he do? I mean, he was abusive. He's abusive and he's a jackass. Given. That's a given. I'm not giving. So, but where's the sex trafficking? Where is all of that?
Well,
Where
yeah, they ain't to me. They ain't proved that yet.
I
And
don't I
all
don't.
I'm saying is, even if y'all find him guilty of something, man is gonna get let go. Trump is letting everybody go. We just wait. Aura gonna be let go in a little bit in these next round. Aura gonna be let go. This man let go of Larry Hoover.
That's gonna be
Larry
interesting.
Hoover. Do you realize the man got six? Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. He got six consecutive life sentences.
Because you know
And
what? He was
Trump let the man free of them six. Now he still gotta go to jail for 200 years. And but come on now. Six consecutive life sentences and you commute that sentence. Come did he with some baby oil? You know Trump about to let him go. Trump about to
well,
let this man go.
you know who was the what's the 50 Cent said he will publicly intervene if Trump decides to pardon Diddy. This is
He
50
would.
Cent.
What he gonna do?
I
What
don't
50
know.
gonna do? He ain't nobody.
Right, exactly.
He ain't
Exactly.
nobody. Trump know what he doing. He freeing black folk, and R. Kelly, and he gonna let him go and get him a new record deal. And that man gonna do another I Believe I Can Fly, and the people gonna forget all of a sudden. I'm telling you, music make people get amnesia. You hear me? These people out here, these people, DMX was on crack cocaine. The
Yes,
man
Lord.
said Dawn, LaShawn, Letitia, Inez, and Delisha. About three Kims, Latoya, and Keisha. And everybody forgot that Aura was on, that DMX was on crack. R. Kelly peed on somebody. Peed on, urinated on somebody. And said, I believe I can fly. And every church across the country was waving their hand. We forgot all about it. I'm sitting here telling y'all, music give people amnesia. And as soon as they let these jokers go, they going to cut them another album. And watch what I tell you. We going to forget. Matter of fact, Kanye West got on national television and
Oh
said Bush don't
God.
like black people. The man did a gospel album and number one selling album in the country. Churches all over the place is singing all these remake songs that he done did on this album. He crazy. He
Yeah,
crazy. The man
that
did the
and look.
album Death of Pablo. The worst thing ever to ever go on wax. Like this is ridiculous. The album is trash. And he do some remake gospel songs, and now all of a sudden we inviting them to churches and all kind of stuff. Music give people amnesia. Y'all ain't listening to me. Y'all ain't watching. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. NBA young boy. Boy walking around here carrying guns as a federal, as a felon, and continue to keep going to prison. And he commuted his sentence. Now he gonna go in the booth and do some more rapping. And we gonna forget that he carrying gun.
Like what's the other fool that's in prison right now that ran over people? What's his name?
They ran over people.
You know he ran over somebody, killed a man, and just got out of jail and went back to jail. What's that fool name from over in L.A.?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Brandon, who I'm talking about? What's that? He hung folks out the window. Back in the day.
Oh, that mercy.
That's the you know who I'm talking. Brian, she the one. Who is that fool? Oh, hung out with Tupac all the time. Who I'm
No,
talking
too
about?
bad.
You know the one
Suge
that
Knight.
Suge. You're right. I said that. Yeah, he might say right. He might. Yeah. He might pardon Suge Knight.
Hey, Mike.
Well, you know what? Everybody he communing or letting out they criminal just like he is. So if y'all got the right one,
He pandering to
you all got
black folk.
the
He pandering to black folk. Lil Wayne, uh, Snoop Dogg, that we still keep on supporting. You know, I unsubscribe on
I did too. I don't.
Lil Wayne either. I used to like Lil Wayne. I can't.
Well, I ain't never liked Lil Wayne because first of all, I don't understand that. Mm-mm. But
I'm
Sylvia,
Millie,
I
I'm
don't have
Millie, I'm
anything for
Millie,
Snoop
I'm
Dogg.
Millie, I'm
I don't know
Millie,
what that
I'm
is.
Millie,
I
I'm
don't know
Millie,
what that
I'm
is.
a millionaire. I'm a fucking air. That used to be my jam back in the day. You
Oh
know
my God, no. Yeah. So like, Snoop has been on. Now he's been on. Now he's trying to go around to all the TV shows and the black stuff to try to. But first of all, I don't like your attitude. You seem to think that you mad at the black folks because we said that you're Uncle Tom. So you go on. So you come around with an attitude. What you had attitude for, boo? Because the black folks the one who supported your career, your music, all of that, and you get an attitude because you go and dance for and you go and dance for the white boy. So Snoop, I don't really have anything for you. And the fact that they're giving him a award, BET, what they giving him, Rihanna?
I think Ultimate Icon.
Yeah, Ultimate Icon Award for BET Awards. Why?
It's him. It's him, Mariah Carey, Kirk Franklin. I'm missing one.
You missed one. I would be offended though. You don't put him in the same category as me. Icon. The Uncle Tom. Y'all call him
now, Nah, I gotta give him credit. I don't like him. I think he coonery, and I don't like his political stances and views.
He said he
But
cool.
Snoop done it all. Snoop has done it all now. The man got a gospel album, he got an R&B album, and he got a
Reggae.
whole heap of rap albums. And the Dog Pound is probably pound for pound one of the greatest rap albums of all time. It's in the top 10. Got to be. I mean,
I get
so
him now. I don't think I feel like him.
But right, but see,
now
this is the out.
recently, I don't like his views here recently. I
Hmm.
don't. But taking politics aside to the honor by which of his art and his gift, he violated a career that earns him a lifetime achievement award. In my opinion. Now I don't like his political stance and views. The man out here doing shows for Trump and all this other stuff, performing at the inauguration. I don't I don't get all that. Now maybe he broke and got to feed his weed addiction. I don't know, but he needed the
You,
money. It don't matter to me.
that
You
nigga ain't
sold
broke. Oh,
out. You a sellout.
Lord.
She said that just rolled off real easy, huh?
That wasn't right. That's because he ain't broke.
Snoop worth about 200 million. Snoop ain't broke.
Right. You were all out, you were all out there in the Olympics, all
Right.
over, you know. Mm.
I want to be all buddy now because he purged your dude out of jail.
Right. And because what he just bought what record label did he buy?
Death Row.
Yeah, he bought Death Row record. So right, so as soon as he bought Death Row, he became brand new. That's what I'm saying. A bunch of stupid people. It's a bunch of stupid people with money. So this just goes to prove my point. Money and intellect, they don't go hand in hand. They just don't.
Well, let me just say this. Let me just say this. I'm not gonna judge because I don't have that kind of money, and I don't know what I would do with that kind of money either. But at least give it to me. Let me
I
see what I let me, let's experiment. Give me Snoop kind of money. Give me 200 million. Black people out there, cash at me, and let's see. Let's do this experiment and see what fight gonna be. I'm gonna stand for my people. That's what I'm telling you. I'm gonna do with the money. If you give it to me, give it to me.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
gonna be with my
I'm
people.
saying it right. I'm saying it right now. That I can be blessed with I don't know how many millions and millions or billions, and I know me. I know me. I'm not. You could never put me in a room with Trump. You could never. Because one of us wouldn't come out, and it won't. You could never put me in. I know who I am, and I know I would never want to step infection for any hillbilly. I can't do it. I can't do it. So that's why I said there's a bunch of stupid wealthy people, and they are legitimately stupid. Money does not make you smarter. It just make you dress better. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's suspect.
And that right, exactly. So I know
Oh, them
me.
police doing that.
I know me. That ain't how I roll. Is that my last? What you call it?
Yes.
Okay, that's my last one. I got my IG too, but yeah,
You want your IG back?
I gotta play one of y'all. You know we got IG Monday. Dr. Fight. Dr. Fight, you got your segment.
Hey, listen, I sent you this was a
What was
time
that?
ago. The Jamal Bryant clip about the boycott.
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it.
I
Do
was
we
gonna
have?
talk about that.
Do we have it?
It's on my phone.
Do we have it?
It's on my phone, but that's currently being
Okay.
hijacked right now. So
Oh, the phone be. Oh, what happened to mine? What should we do to mine?
he turned it off. He says he don't want it. He took mine.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, poor baby.
you know,
All right. Okay. Well, this is Dr. Fight segment.
I think we get into the
Well,
crazy.
let me just talk about it. So those of you, first of all, us clergy and pastors want to thank everybody for signing and actually standing by your boycott for Target. Uh, it has it has really produced a major hit to the business of Target, and it has been a major success. They've sat at the table
Mm-hmm.
and trying to renegotiate some of their DEI rollbacks and different things. I commend Dr. Bryant. I don't like everything that he says and does. However, I do commend Dr. Bryant because what they have done is they have brought back Black Wall Street in Atlanta. And
Whoa.
the businesses, the black businesses that were housed in Target, they brought and allowed them to be vendors of Black Wall Street in Georgia. And so they were able to regain their revenue even after pulling out of Target to stand with the movement of the blackout and boycott of Target. And so that was great. Now they're moving forward. Now this is where we got to talk about this because I got a problem with this here.
Oh, got to
They
hear it.
talking about boycotting Dollar General.
Oh, I did hear that. I did hear that.
That's the next step, the next move, because Dollar General is in more black urban areas and they don't contribute to the black community. They don't contribute to minor, persons that are in need. They are a rural based company. They got more rural based stores than any other company out there. They're a Fortune 500 company, and they buy low and they sell their goods to majority minority individuals, and they don't do anything for the minority communities. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Oh my
And so
God.
why give our dollars to somebody where our dollars don't come back into our community? So they want to go forward. Now listen, let me tell you something.
I don't do Dollar
i
General anyway.
live
You do
I
Dollar
live in the
General.
country. I live in the country.
Yes, you do.
And uh and I got to, on my where my neighborhood is situated. When you come out of my neighborhood, if you turn right or turn left,
Oh, wow.
don't matter which way you turn, there's a Dollar General down both sides of the road.
Okay, yeah, we don't have it like that. We got Dollar Tree, ain't it? We got the Dollar
I
Tree.
mean, we got Dollar General,
It,
but I
it's not
will
as.
go. But I will go to Family Dollar
There
or
you go. Yeah, yeah.
Dollar
What?
Tree.
Let me tell you something. I ain't got none of that. I ain't got none of that. I ain't got no Dollar Tree. I ain't got no
Oh,
Family Dollar. We got two Dollar Generals where I
oh,
live. Two of them. One on each side. Now let me
Is
tell you
that like a
something.
thing? Is that like a thing in the South? Because so does my grandma.
yeah. That's all we do see down there, right? Is a dollar. You're right. They're in the South. That must be a Southern thing.
I got all kind of Dollar General. Now listen. I refuse. I refuse to pay more than $3 for a greeting card.
What?
I refuse to pay more than $3 for a greeting card.
Oh, okay.
So I go to Dollar General and pay 99 cents, 50 cents, $1.50, and them cards be good. People be like, oh, this was so thoughtful. Like they got some good cards over there in them dollar stores.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
But
Here,
y'all going down here to CVS, Walgreens, paying 7, 8, 9, $10 for these cards, that you can get them same cards for Dollar General
I
for a
don't,
dollar,
I don't even know him. I'm not even talking to
a
him right now.
dollar 50. Now, I don't know what y'all plan on or where y'all plan on me having to buy my greeting cards, but I'm not going to spend no more than $3 on the greeting card. That's my limit. Now, anything after that, I'm gonna write it myself. I'm gonna print my own card out and write it myself. That's too much. That too much. We got too many graphic design apps and stuff out here. We can design our own cards where I'm spending more than $3 on a card. But if I ain't got no time to be spending to design a card on the computer and print it out, I'm going to Dollar General. Now look, I didn't shop at Target not one time. Now I did go in Target one time because they had Starbucks in there, and my friend told me you supported Starbucks, not Target. So that's the only one time I went to Target during the blackout. I ain't been to Target to buy nothing in over 4 months.
I'm right there with you. We haven't even been in there, not even for start nothing. We haven't been to Target, and I'm gonna be honest. I miss it because when I'm out and I need to go and stop, and I said I need to run in Target. I said, damn, I can't go. So now I just don't go. So we have a supermarket around here called Myers. I don't know if you have Myers down there. But Myers, you go into your grocery shop, and on the other, it's a huge store, and then it has furniture, and then it has all other stuff. So you got food on one side, you got other household stuff on the other side. So that's why I'm having to go because I can't go to Target and Walmart.
I see, and that's the issue I'm having. First of all, Sam Walton ain't never done nothing bad to me. Okay. Let me go ahead and stop there. Now I'm all for my people and I'm all for the cause. But listen now, what you want me to do? I gotta buy something from somewhere. And I
I
ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? I ain't rich. I got a couple of pennies. I'm trying to live my life. Y'all out here want me to not shop at Dollar General. What? No, I'm going to Dollar General. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, look, I draw the line somewhere. I gotta draw the line somewhere. I did your what was that? Blackout day, whatever,
Mhm.
no shopping Tuesday, whatever that was. I ain't even go play golf that day. You see, that was the sign that I'm down for the cause for my people. I ain't buy gas, groceries, or golf all in one day. All in
I'm
one
proud
day.
of you. Good deal.
Now listen,
He
but
said
we
you gave
can't
me.
boycott everybody now.
Well,
We
well,
can't
here's
boycott everybody. I got stuff I need to get out here. And Father's Day on the way. Y'all want to boycott Dollar General on Father's Day. Now they already don't sell out of the cards that they already got. And now where you want them to get my Father's Day card from?
Well,
Doctor.
here, Walgreens will have an influx because Mother's Day at Walgreens, they had,
Yeah.
I forgot to take a picture and send it to you. I mean, they had balloons like just falling from the ceiling. I was
Yeah,
like,
Dr. Fight, Mr. Day, I say,
this was one day that Mother's Day, this was one Mother's Day that did not sell out. They had an overabundance.
yeah, me and Brayden was sitting in the car, and I said, "Is that balloons in the ceiling?" So in the window of Walgreens, they had balloons, and people were coming out with the big old balloons and flowers. I said, "This is Walgreens." I said, "Wow."
This
For
stuff
Mother's Day,
cost
usually
helium costs too much
I
money.
get pissed off.
Helium costs too much money nowadays. Balloons cost too much. You know, my some of my kids in my church that I pastor say, Pastor, you getting old. I remember when gas was 97 cents a gallon. Okay.
Yes, yes, stop saying that.
But I do. I
Hey,
do.
it, hey, in 2000 it was $1.53.
Exactly. When I started driving in what, 96 or whatever it was 79 cents a gallon. My first time, I put $5 in my car and filled up my tank.
I don't even remember. Now I'm older than Dr. Fight. So I don't even remember when gas was 79 cents.
What
I don't even remember that. So
we're just gonna tie this into sports. So before the Knicks got eliminated, when they last made the Eastern Conference Finals, the top movie was Gladiator.
I
The
ain't know.
top song was Maria Maria and by Santana.
Okay.
And gas was $1.53. And you know why it was $1.50? Because we had at that point William Jefferson.
Oh,
Clinton.
good. Yeah. Okay.
The 90s and the early 2000s, that was the time right there. Then Bush got in there and everything with the
The Bush got in with the hell, right? Exactly. Yeah, and it's been hell ever since. Well, right now our gas around here is like what 2.99, two something. What is it?
It's $2.94, but I missed $1 something.
Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to let that go. That ain't coming back anytime soon. I'm gonna need y'all to let that
We
go.
know.
Hey,
Whoosh, it's
so
gone.
gas down here like what? What was it? 250 something, 249, something like that. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, L ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. But
Okay, take
hey,
care. I'm not.
so I buy my gas from BP. And
Okay.
the main reason I buy my gas from BP is because BP got a deal with Amazon. If you an Amazon Prime member and you hook your Amazon Prime account to the BP app, they automatically take 10 cents off per gallon.
Well,
I get that too, but I got BP rewards, and they give me that same like 10 cent or
Yeah, you
50.
get the 10, but that the BP rewards 10 cent you can only use after you've accumulated so many points. You get this every time, regardless of your points.
Look, all I do is BP, so that's fine by me. I done got a free tank of gas. I'm cool.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
saying I like it myself too. That's why I only go to BP
I
station
mean, you really a
and I
BP
hook it
loop,
up.
whatever, BP loop, whatever. That's the only gas that I ever use. If I use something else, you know,
It
that's
is that I'll do that. or I have like the Mariano's rewards.
For who?
Me,
I don't know that. Okay.
Mariano's, they also give you a free tank of gas. Like they have like a
I,
special
I'm 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 I'm
8679.
not I'm not mad at it because some things you have to do. I'm not mad at it. But you know the latest boycott they want is for people to boycott what Independence Day.
That ain't happening. I'm
They
sorry.
right they want people that you can celebrate. Look at that fight looking at me. Yeah, that was the I heard that's the one.
I'm like,
They want you to go to they want you
Dr. Spice
that's why he rubbed his head. He's like, that's some bull right there. I gotta be thinking this one. But they want you. They say they don't want you to go to any parks. They want you like go celebrate with family members or friends or whatever. But don't go to the places and get the fireworks and nothing like that. They want you a complete boycott on Independence Day. I was like, I don't know who's gonna really do that one. I, I,
Listen,
I don't know.
listen. I don't turn down a day off work. You hear me? Now I might sleep in a little bit. Throw some, a couple things on the grill, and I don't let off firework. My PTSD, I might shoot somebody. So I tell my neighbors, be careful too close to my house. I don't want to shoot you. All them bomb bangs and booms and all that other stuff. You might get your feelings hurt when I start doing some bomb banging and booming. And then you're gonna be like, well, wait a minute, you shot me. Well, you shot my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean. But
Dr. Spike,
anyway,
you legit don't shoot off fireworks.
no, I don't shoot off fireworks. First of
Well,
all, fireworks are illegal in the state of North Carolina.
so
That
you all
first
have to
thing.
go someplace to watch them.
So South Carolina, they are legal in the state of South Carolina. But my primary residence, I pastor in South Carolina. So if I want to go to my church in the parking lot and let off some fireworks, hey, I can do it legally there because it's in South Carolina. But in my house in North Carolina, they are illegal.
mm.
Well, they legal in my in my state, and
I,
Go on
they
ahead, do whatever you gotta do. My thing is this. I can't determine what federal holiday. Now, Joe Biden made Juneteenth a federal holiday. They ain't talking about boycotting that, are they?
no
I don't think so.
the people saying this gonna be they're gonna be the blackest black June that they have ever put on. It's gonna be real black this Juneteenth.
That's
All I'm
right.
saying is, all I'm saying for Trump's sake, just don't say that. Don't open your mouth. Like this
But
ain't what you want this month. Don't you do it.
and keep in mind that they
But
also
Trump,
said June 14th is supposed to be instead of Trump's birthday is June 14th. They said we're gonna do Obama Appreciation Day for his birthday. And he hates Obama anyway. So that's like icing on the cake. So I'm gonna be appreciating Obama all over the place. So that everybody that's it. And so because he wanted the government, the army, to celebrate his birthday, the army said we ain't doing that. We said
They celebrate their birthday.
right. They celebrating the army's birthday and not his. And everybody else is saying they don't want his, so they said let's show Obama Appreciation Day on Stumpy's birthday on June 14th. So let's keep that in
hey,
mind.
listen,
You know,
listen, let me tell y'all something. Donald Trump,
you
nah,
live in Chicago.
Who?
President Obama.
Oh, I was gonna tell him to don't. Oh, okay. Oh yes, yeah.
Him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell
oh,
I care for?
that's what I meant to ask y'all. I got a question. Is it my segment now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that on the couch with Dr. Fight.
Let me ask y'all a question. This came up at work, and I know we've talked about this before on the show, but maybe things have changed over the years, and maybe y'all want to kind of express different views now after you've gotten a year or so, months or so older. People change their views.
And where he
They
going?
change their views.
I get scared when he goes doing all this here. What is it?
So I'm at work today, minding my business. I work on the college campus, and I'm packing up because I'm getting ready to leave. I ain't ate yet. It's about two something in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So what's that? 1 o'clock something y'all time. So
Yeah.
I'm about 2:30 or somewhere around there. I'm getting ready because I'm saying, look, I'm hungry. I'm about to go get something to eat. Then I got a meeting. I got a trustee board meeting, and I need to get to work. I gotta go. I gotta leave work, go, do what I gotta do. So young lady is distraught. She's sitting at the desk. She's sitting there. She looked very distraught. She looked hurt. I was like, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "No, it's not. I need prayer." So I pray for her. Pray for her. And then she says to me, she said, Dr. Fight, why can't you men folk act right? And I was like, well, you know,
He said this ain't gonna be an
act
easy thing.
right, act right is kind of an opinion. If I ask that man, he probably think he acting right. You thinking he ain't acting right.
And she asked you
So
why you was hungry. This is interesting.
so I said, look, this is what most women need to do. Most women need to have a hierarchy of what they want. Like what's most important to you and what's least important. I'm not saying don't have standards. I'm just saying let's weight these standards. Like what's number one, what's number two, what's negotiable, what's not negotiable. Right? She was like, all of my stuff ain't none of my stuff negotiable. That's what she said. Ain't none of my stuff negotiable. All of it is the standard that I look for. I said, well, that problem number one.
Well,
That
that's
problem number one.
is
You
she
gonna be
alone?
single for the rest of your life. You need to be single. You gonna be single for the rest of your life. And then she says, no, I asked the question, what's the most important thing to you? Uh, as it pertains to what you looking for. Like when you look for a man, what's the first thing to come to mind that you want?
Oh
This
God, did
young
she have
lady,
an L answer?
I'm telling you, this probably no L. I put L in a different L. I respect L answers now. For now on, L, I can't talk about you no more. Cause these young women now, this new batch that's out right now.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
This young lady looked me in the face. Now, granted, they know I'm a pastor. She looked me dead in the face, and she said she got to have a nice sized penis.
Stop it.
Now,
Okay,
I
that's
used
good.
the word penis, but she used the word to start with the letter D. And so, just to be proper context, you know, it sounds a
Oh,
little better for the radio using the
uh
wow.
biologically correct name,
wow.
you know. And she used, first of all, let me tell you what she said. This is exactly what this woman said.
Okay.
She said, it need to touch my throat, but not from my mouth end, but from the other end.
Oh my God. Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh my
That's what
God.
she said. That's what she said.
oh, okay.
I said,
Question.
I said, now I'm a equal opportunity person.
Why? Why
This is
else
exactly
would
what I
she
said
do
to her.
this?
I said, I'm an equal opportunity person. And I
I can't believe he said that.
think
I would have had that
that if a
conversation.
man can do it, if a woman want to do it, she want to do it, go right ahead. And vice versa. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm an equal opportunity person. And dealing as an equal opportunity individual, if it's good enough for a woman, it should be good enough for a man. So, as a woman, if you are leading with what he can do for you sexually, would you be okay that if you started talking to a man and he wanted to know what you can do for him sexually, and that's the only thing he wanted to talk about as his non negotiable? She was like, well, but he ain't a woman. I need to know that he can satisfy me. And that's what satisfies me.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Time out. How
Wow.
do we have like the age of how old she is? I'm just inquiring mine to know.
Well, I don't know if she quite 30 yet. She may be late
Okay.
20s.
Okay.
She
That's
may be
all I
like
need to know.
28, 27, 28, somewhere in that range.
Didn't I take them ones behind me? That's them Gen Zs. I told you they ate together in the head.
Wow. So she was sitting there upset because the whoever man she had, he couldn't physically satisfy her. That was her reply.
Now,
Is that what the issue was?
now, I don't know. I don't know if that's what that man was dealing with. She started the conversation with why y'all can't act right. That's what she was talking about with men folk. She didn't say that was the issue between the two of them. Now, she did further say, as we were in conversation, she did further say in the conversation that she need a man to be able to take care of her twice.
Oh, she got issues. Oh wow.
Like if she wanted to come home and didn't want to work anymore, then money wouldn't be an issue.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, she didn't want to go to work. She wanted to be able to know that he can financially provide.
Oh, she wanted to know
Oh, he got to financially provide and be
and sexually
satisfy
satisfied.
her. Right.
You
But,
want to know what I said to her?
boo, what you bring to the table? That would have been my
That
question.
part.
No, I ain't say that. I looked at her. I said, "Sweetie, ain't too many porn stars work at Bank of America.
Oh, oh, okay. Good one. Good one.
You ain't got too many long dongs out here
6 figures.
making six, yeah, with
Right.
benefits and all this other stuff. You want.
Cause if they rolling like that, they got some women that's probably taking care of them or throwing them some money in or
They
whatever.
look. They
So
got.
they ain't about to be tied down to any one
They,
particular woman
they
anyway.
got a polyamorous situation.
There you go.
going
There
on
you go.
right
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody, if a man is like that, he is not gonna be tied down to no one woman. What? This is
now.
what.
But didn't I tell you?
Wow.
Didn't I Dr. Price said she about 27, 28. That's them ones behind me. I told you.
She
They ain't
she
pay.
she worrying about satisfying her butt versus anything else in the world. That's important.
So it don't matter if he a beater,
Right.
ain't got no money. As long as he can satisfy me sexually, that's what's it.
And I
Wow.
told her that in the conversation. I said, so leading with that, most men, I'm just tell you, I said, I'm all man. I've been man my whole life. I ain't never tried nothing else. I ain't never been nothing else. I've been this the whole time. I ain't in the process of being nothing else. This is all I am and all I will ever be. Okay. So let me tell you what a man does with that information. In his mind, he can do whatever he wants to you as long as he knows he satisfies you sexually.
That's correct.
Right.
That is accurate. You are correct. Yep.
You
So
ain't got
he'll
no.
he'll he'll talk about you like a
Yep.
dog. He'll mistreat you.
Yep.
You'll get hurt. You'll
Yep.
cry. He'll
Yep.
pull his pants down. He'll pull yours down.
Yep.
He'll make love to you, and then everything. That's your conflict resolution right there.
Yep. Yep.
He'll
Yep.
reserve. He'll resolve all conflict with his penis,
Mm-mm.
and you
And
can be happy with that.
but what was her response to that?
He was like, he can't put his hands on me. I ain't gonna let nobody abuse me. I was like, but there's multiple levels of
But he's
abuse.
already abusing you
But
though.
you just told him that all he need to do is satisfy you sexual.
Right.
In his mind, that's carte blanche to say, "Oh, I can slap her around. I can run around on with another one. As long as I give her some, she cool."
Right. This should be cool. Right. Right. So I have to make sure pretty much that I tune her up before I go out and do what I want to do.
What the?
That's what that's all about.
That's
That's
what
what I'm
that's
talking.
all about. Now, my question for you all was, do you have a non-negotiable, like something that ain't I can't be, it's a deal breaker for me. We
You know what my
can't be
non
together if
I do. You know my non-negotiable is right. You already know what mine is, Dr. Fight.
brother may
Your
have changed.
no, it ain't changed. It ain't changed. Your money got to be right. It ain't changed. Mine has not changed. None. I will not have a man sitting up on me, living off me, and you're not contributing and handling your business financially. That has not changed. That's not going to change.
Okay, so L, if we thinking about, all right, let's say every kitchen got a table in it.
Uh-huh.
We saying on payday, you want somebody that's gonna put something on the table,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, so based off of your bills that you all share together, what percentage does he need to be putting on the table on payday? Is it 50-50,
No.
60-40, 70-30? Like huh?
To me, it could be 80-20 as far as I'm concerned. That's me.
What, you 80, he 20,
No,
or
no, no. No. Him 80, me 20. You know me well enough to do that. I am not playing with that. I'm not playing with that. And
so his contribution to y'all livelihood got to be 80% of what y'all livelihood is.
yes. And whatever I choose to contribute is I choose to contribute. Here's the thing. I expect
That
any man
sounds like 100 and
what
zero. Because if you
whatever
choose to contribute
whatever
nothing, then he got to come up with 100% of the
What?
bills
Right.
around there.
Here's the thing. I am not gonna sit at the table with a man of mine and say, "Well, here's the bills. How much you gonna pay and how much I'm gonna pay." I'm not doing it. I didn't do it with the late husband. I'm not doing that.
So,
I'm not doing that. I don't do that.
so finances still your top, huh?
Yeah, I told her, but mine ain't changed. Mine has not changed. It ain't changed, right? You missed the question.
Uh,
It ain't changed. No. If you say you a man, and I have certain beliefs that men should do, a genuine man will cut him in and say, well, "Baby, what you got on the bills?" Because at that point, I have completely turned off, and I need you to leave me alone. I need
all
you to leave me
right.
alone. That's
All
no.
right. Brianna, what's your non-negotiable?
He
If
said,
you don't, I can't be with you if.
"What's your non-negotiable?" That should be easy. Same thing as your mama.
Wait a minute. She her own
No.
woman. Let her answer the question.
I just said it should be. I didn't say she would. I said it should be.
Okay.
That's called peer pressure, L. You can't pressure your daughter to say it should be what I say. No, that is
Yeah, I mean,
let her.
that
I
money is her thing, and I get why because I see when she was with my dad, so I get that's her thing. Honestly, I have to be able to talk to you,
you have to be able to communicate.
So he needs to
communicate, and
be
have a conversation. Like
is this intellectually or just a conversationalist?
just in general, we have to be able to have a conversation, sit there, just talk, not just
I mean, that's nice. So I didn't get that either. That's
Yeah,
good too.
yeah. I mean, we have to be able to, have open communication about a situation that's going on. Just not let something sit and fester, and then it turns into a bigger blow up. Like you have to, like whatever's going on, you have to be able to talk to me. I can't just like I'm not a mind reader.
What? Well, you got that because their dad was a horrible communicator.
Like I'm not a mind reader. Like you can't sit there and say, "Well, you don't understand." Understand what? You ain't told me nothing. So communicate. That's my thing. You have to communicate.
Well, that's a good one. I'm gonna say that's a good one.
You have to
That's good.
communicate.
Okay, I'm gonna put. See, that's what I'm saying. You have to communicate about everything. So you have to communicate about money, about finances, about sex. You have to communicate about all those things.
Yeah,
so communication, I get.
Yeah,
I receive that.
Yeah,
I receive that.
communication, man. You have to be able to.
I give you that one. I give you that one. I give you that one. So you need to be able to communicate about everything
Right.
when it comes to finance, sex, kid, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
Right. Well, you have to have
Because-
somebody smart enough to be able to communicate too.
Right, because that I see that now where people
Can
have
y'all hear me?
relationships and now all of a sudden.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Uh-huh. Yes.
I can't hear y'all. I don't know if y'all hear me or not.
I hear you.
It may be me.
I think it's you.
Yeah, 'cause we don't hear nothing.
Yeah, because we're good. Okay. Yeah, when you watch me, I have said that repeating times communication. Because you know what? Then I said, but answer the street. I kicked that.
Yeah. She said, "Oh my God, yo."
There you go. I hear you now.
Okay, there you go.
I hear you now.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Okay.
communication is a big thing for me.
Now, do you hear Brianna? She said communication is a big thing for her. Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
I got it.
I do
I
agree with
got
that.
it. Okay, well, for me, this is just for me where I am in my life. I could say that this has changed for me over years. This has changed for me. But now I know I'm not single. I'm married. So let me just go and put that disclaimer out there. So anything that I say ain't gonna matter because I got the woman I want. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna matter. But if I was in this dating world, a non-negotiable, with all things being equal, I still am who I am. All things being equal, a non-negotiable for me is I can't date you if you are not a Christian.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, we got
Like if
finances.
you ain't a church goer,
Uh-huh.
if you something else like Catholic or Muslim or something else, like now we can date if you're Baptist or something like that. That's a polity. That ain't a faith. That's different. Non-denomination. You got to believe in Jesus Christ at the end of the day. And I'm not talking about Mormons and all these other kind of other
Mm-hmm.
versions of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about like Jesus, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? No additives, no preservatives.
Yeah, right, right.
Straight Jesus. That's the Jesus that I'm talking about. You ain't gonna in here talking about nothing else other than the Bible. Not the Book of Mormon, not the Quran, not something. No, the Holy Bible. 66 books of the Bible. That's what we talking about. We ain't talking about nothing else other than the Bible.
I get that. I can respect that. I can respect that because when you say you a Christian, you can talk about the Bible and Ten Commandments and so and what you believe, your beliefs, all those things play a role. So I think we all did pretty good. I mean, I said the money, Brown said conversation, you said religion. Those should be the top three. Those should be the top three for anybody.
I got some more. I got some more. I got some more. Now they not probably as high as religion. That we can't even have that discussion. We can't even have that discussion. Like I might can work with you on some of my other ones, but I can't work with you on that one. You either know them or you don't.
I agree. I can agree. I can agree with that. I
Because
can
what you're
agree.
not about to do is come to the church I pastor and then don't know who Jesus is. Like that ain't like what heathen this pastor got been brought to church. Like
Yeah, because I
this
was
ain't my missionary work.
I was looking at you like what? Then when they asked me what they doing, what they doing, so I'm like, what? Do you go to church? I mean, that would be my
No,
reality.
no, you know them members of my church gonna say Pastor ain't with her because she love the Lord. Pastor with her because she do something else for him. That's why he with her. That's why he with her.
You know what's funny? That was Rudolph's episode
She
of
got
Grace
some
Moody
heathen ways.
where Martin he was dating a white girl and she didn't believe in God.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he bought her home. And she told that to Tina, and Tina said,
She ain't the one for you, huh?
"Yeah,
She ain't the one for you. Yeah, yeah,
Now I
yeah.
got some more. Like I don't know how much time we got, but I got some more. And some of these y'all might laugh about and say, "That fight you being a little off and outlandish." But one another non-negotiable for me is funk. I can't date you if you smell a certain kind of way. I can't,
uh,
I used to know a girl back in the day that used to like me. I couldn't date her because she said she had a gland problem. Like that,
Mm-mm,
she had a
mm-mm.
medical issue of why she
While she was
transmitted
funky.
a certain odor.
Um,
You funky, we can't do nothing together. We can't talk. We can't go out. We
look,
can't be on the phone.
I'm
If
sorry.
you need to be seeing a physician. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be seeing me. You need to be seeing. You need to be seeing a
I mean,
specialist.
it,
You don't
oh,
need to. You
yeah.
ain't got time to go out with
look,
me.
it's
You got
it's
to see a
funny.
specialist.
It's funny, but it's true. I can't date you if you funky because you can't be wanting to hug up on me in your armpit.
but
Like no.
but you know what mine is? Your bad breath. If you try
That
to talk and you got bad breath, I'm just like, whoa.
that that's
I
body odor.
yeah, I can't have no conversation because then I'm gonna start blinking like, damn, I wish you stop talking to me. So if you have bad breath,
You get that blank
yeah,
stare.
I'm like, what the hell? And I don't remember anything you saying because all I can do is focus on the fact that you blowing stink breath in my face. So I can't. That's non-negotiable. Or I got to tell you, if you call me and say, why you stop talking about because your breath is stink. I mean, that's just me.
If
Those
you
are non-negotiable. I can't do it.
if you gonna work on it, but you got look.
Right. If you can tell me, well, or maybe I had onions or something like that for lunch or something like.
Or
Okay, I'm sorry.
or
You
I'm
know.
seeing $4 or
Right,
fixing
right,
something.
but
I might
at
understand.
least acknowledge
Right.
that you have a breath odor. Okay, at least so maybe if the next time if I decide to see you, you won't have that same aroma going on. Yeah, yeah, but I
Yeah.
bad breath.
Once again, that's another one of them things that you ain't got time to talk to me. You need to be open and wide for a dentist. Like they need to be able
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
find that tooth that's rotten, that's
yeah,
causing this odor to come and rectify it
yeah.
so that Listerine actually works for you. You know what I'm saying? Like
He said, "Lister." Oh my God.
you need something more medicinal than over the counter. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't be able to go into the store and buy Listerine. No, you need a prescription for what you got
Yeah,
going
you got
on.
you got some cavity issues going on or something down there. Yeah, you need. Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
do
you
it.
something that just hadn't been addressed in a few years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you need to get that fixed, and then come holler at me. But don't holler at me with halitosis. Okay,
There you go. There you go.
that's
Don't
not
hit no
gonna work.
holiday with halitosis. There you go.
Don't holler
There.
at me with halitosis. That ain't
Yeah.
gonna work.
Yeah.
All right, let me get one more. Let me get one more. Now this one right here, I know y'all gonna think crazy. I know y'all gonna think crazy,
What
but
is it?
hey, there's certain things that are near and dear to my heart. Certain things, and my athletics is near and dear to my
Hmm.
heart. Now, I do recognize that I got a double standard on this. I am a Giants fan, and my wife is a Cowboys fan, so obviously I got a double standard on this. But I'm a Tar Heel fan. And if you a Duke fan, we cannot date. I'm sorry. It
Wow.
can't happen.
Now that is petty. That
It
right is very very petty.
cannot. I don't even in traffic. If you got a Duke tag, a sticker on
Mm-mm.
your car, I don't even let you over. I don't
That's
even let
very
you over.
petty, Dr. Fight.
Now let me explain. Let me explain myself.
Mm-mm.
Because this goes as like a 1.A, like a 1A. Because my number one is Christian, right?
Uh-huh.
And if I'm rooting for Jesus and you rooting for the devil, that can't happen. It can't. They go hand in hand. You
Wow.
can't root for devilish teams. I'm a
Wow.
Christian. I don't believe in rooting for the devil for nothing. And if you a devil fan, I don't care if it's a sun devil, a blue devil, or whatever
Wow.
other devil is out there. I don't even care if you went to that school and graduated. You can't go with me and live with me and think that you're gonna bring the devil in my house.
Wow.
That
Okay,
ain't
that's a
what's gonna
lot,
happen.
Doctor. That's a lot.
What you
Wow.
mean it's a lot?
Okay. Jeez. I don't even know what to say on that one.
You ever seen that commercial? You ever seen that commercial with those Tar Heel family and that little boy came to date the girl and he had a Duke shirt on and the father closed the door on him and told her, "No, he
I
ain't
probably
welcome here."
have, but it's probably been a minute. But wow, I just think that's a little deep. That's you a little deep on that one.
That ain't deep. That's direct.
That.
That's the way it
Wow, he
is.
said that's 1A. That's top. That's top for him. That's top for him. Wow. Okay. Well, there y'all go. Those are Dr. Fike's deal breakers. And to that young lady, they had to. I hope she do some soul searching because she's all mixed up. She's all confused. But a lot of you,
Man, come on, L. Now,
let
L.
me tell you something.
Before you say she
I
all
have
mixed
never.
up,
I'm gonna be honest. I have never, and I'm of a particular age, and I have never thought about, oh, if that's a requirement, of you becoming a part of my life.
so you telling me
No.
at no point
Mm-mm.
in time did you ever feel like if you wasn't sexually satisfied, it didn't
No,
matter to you?
that's no. Mm-mm. If I ever Brianna,
Brianna?
Dr. Fight, what college? I have never had that. If I had that conversation about not being sexually satisfied, I had to. I would. I was married at that point, but that was never a priority for me to say if you couldn't satisfy me.
You can't tell me this young lady by herself. There are other women on the planet that
I think
think in
that's
their
sad.
mind, listen, I think I could work with just about anything, but I need
I
somebody
think that's sad.
who is going to make me
I
happy.
yeah. I,
I mean, it's all about
I think
happiness,
that's
though.
sad. I mean, because to me, there are so many other qualities that I'm look for in an individual, and yes,
Okay,
that's
I'm not
important.
saying it need to be
Yes,
in the top five, but it's got to be in the conversation at
yeah. Well,
some
you know what?
point.
Here's the thing. I don't. We don't. Before you get to, let's talk about it. The being intimate. So I mean, I've had those conversations. So we can see what we working with, but it's not. It wouldn't be a deal breaker. Let me just say that. You would have to be really. You would have to be really really
So
sloppy for me to say, oh no.
now, L,
But so you'd have to be
now
really
L,
sloppy.
L, I want you to hear the spirit behind what I'm saying. I want you to hear the spirit behind what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying and what I'm
Okay,
not
let me hear the
saying. All
spirit.
right. You are you are a woman of a particular
Mm-hmm.
size. And so now I would assume that a certain size man can't satisfy a certain size woman. If he built like a shrimp, I mean, that may not make you happy.
Let me clear this up for all the people who think that since women of a particular size, I'm on a particular size, you know, I ain't 500 pounds or 400 pounds, I ain't nothing like that. I ain't 300 pounds, I ain't nothing like that. But here's the thing, my husband, when I got with him, I've always been pretty, you know, robust chicky poo. My husband was not a big man. Let me be clear. Now over the years he got fatter, and that was kind of like I was like, ugh. But when we got together, he was not a big man. He was not a tall man. He just went and we worked out just fine. So fine enough that we created Brianna. So I mean, so to me that
Brianna said she was delivered by an animal. She wasn't conceived by her parents.
I think that's a fallacy that people have. If a woman is a particular size, you got to have a man of a particular size. I completely disagree with that. Completely, because that's not true. That's not true.
But okay, he gotta be able. Never
We
mind.
listen.
This
When
time,
you talk about a woman that's just like about 400 or 500 pounds, you probably do got to have a big, got to have a big dude. But
I'm just saying his manhood need to be able to
yeah,
touch you in a
yeah.
way.
I'm just simply saying my husband didn't have no. We didn't have no problem. We had no problem.
He can't be him. We talking about moving forward. Like if you can't have at some point you gonna have a conversation or you gonna be able to inspect what he working with. And if you gonna know when you inspect, is this enough or is it not enough?
Yeah. See, well, those are conversations you have to have before you are, to me, before you become physical. At least you know, at least get a gander at it, look at it, and say like, yeah, I like what you're working with. So you know, you can look at some stuff, you know, touch, feel, you know.
If you
But I
touching
don't.
and feeling and ain't finding nothing,
Well, now here's I'm not even say what I want to say, so I'm gonna be quiet. But sometimes they said that about some men of a different race, and I ain't talking about the Caucasian men. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about I ain't gonna say the Asian men.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I've heard that before,
well,
and
they said the average for an Asian man is about 3 inches.
I ain't heard. I said they look small. I heard they look smaller than that. That's what I've heard. I ain't had one, but that's what I've heard.
What can I say? Non-existent.
Yeah,
Well,
they said they pretty young. Yeah, I heard that.
but you are not saying that 3 inches is a deal breaker.
You know, see
How is that like satisfying?
what?
Like if this that actual.
You mean a fat person?
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about like the Asian.
Oh, like the Asian. Well, because most of the time they with Asian women, so and that's probably cool for them. That's good. That's good for them. I mean, I can't speak on the Asian men because I ain't never been with one, so I can't. I'm just saying what I've heard, conversations that I've heard. So
No,
I can't
I'm
speak on.
asking a direct question that you are not answering.
Well, what's the damn direct question?
If he says
Is
3 inches,
three inches a deal breaker for you?
Probably not.
what?
Because you know what? To me, it's all in the way you work it. I mean, as they say, it's the motion in the ocean. It ain't always got to be about the size. So there you go. Is that direct enough for you not to fight? Is that direct enough?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Brianna,
She here.
What?
what
You
was her answer?
that's the place. What's your answer?
Deal breaker. It's like you said. Like it's how you work it.
Well,
You just can't.
She said the same thing. You got to be able to work it. Now that's a deal breaker. If you can't, there's a lot of men that's well endowed and they can't work. They can't work with that.
Wait, I know one. There was a girl. I know that she said he was like home.
Hung like a horse, huh?
She said and he couldn't do nothing. She had me right. She's like, girl, that was the worst sex ever. And it
I'm
at that point.
sorry.
It was at that point I knew that like, well, size don't really matter at that point.
Right. I was saying it's how you work. You gotta work with what you're right.
I'm
Because
sorry. I can't.
you can't work.
I can't. I can't. If a woman look, I'm not discriminatory towards women that's got a lot of babies. If you done had like 7 or 8 of them, that's your business. But after so many kids, that
It's a little,
that just become a water slide at that
it's a
point.
little loop. He said it's like a water
Nothing.
slide. Oh my god.
That ain't no-
Wait,
that ain't nothing.
it
That
got
ain't
that
nothing
little snap back there.
enjoyable.
Right. And it's lost all its elasticity.
The elasticity is gone. It's gone. Have you ever had a shirt that the collar
Yeah.
don't fit up? No.
Yeah. I have never thought about a woman's for JJ in that matter. So okay, it's nothing there. Well, he says like slide, slipping and slide. You know what? Leave me alone.
Got that little snap back there.
Well, that's why some of the women get what they get advanced rejuvenation or whatever.
Yeah, they tightened it up.
They tighten it back up. Oh, okay.
He
He the one that brought it up, and then he the one brought it up. The nerve. Yeah, I am, boo. Yeah, that way I got to add him back. Hold on. Okay. I had Dr. Fun. What happened to him? That's why he got to put it back on. Yeah, I hear so many women talking about that. Yeah, he got to come back on. Yeah. I had never thought about it from a man's point of view. Like when they with a woman and she done had like all them babies.
They want to just fall in the pool.
Yeah, because you got to open. You had a baby, you got to open like 10 centimeters.
Right.
You got to push all it. So if you done had like about, if you
If you
had
had
like more than 3 kids.
Right.
If you didn't have more than 3 kids, yeah.
You up down there.
It don't nothing just clap around it, huh? It just
After one, you feel like you'll never be normal again. You like, wait, is it gonna come back?
well, see, I had a C-section.
Oh, so you don't know.
So I had a C-section. So
it's
yeah.
Like you walk when they say like you think it'll fall out, you think like that because you like.
Because you might that was I said and I was paranoid trying to after the C-section it took me at least about 3 months. I was like, yeah, I ain't ready for that right now. Because that's been poked, prodded, straight. It'd be too much action down there when you have a baby.
Like when a whole human comes out of that area.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel some type.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a
They
lot.
don't be killing. They say it's like a whole year for you to feel normal. Cause then like it don't feel.
I can feel it because I think at a C-section too. I mean, this is the fact that you have been like cattle, like treated like cattle. And so he probably said, "He come back." And you be like you treat like so like your whole body's like you just don't feel sexual or sexy or whatever.
So when you go back to your 6 weeks, you're pregnant again.
You nasty.
You just nasty.
You can right because ain't no sex that good. Ain't nothing that good.
After him and having the baby throw up and formula.
Yeah, you just don't. You just
thing from my mind was feeling sex.
Exactly.
I wore a nightgown for like 3 weeks. Like, and they had every version of baby spit up and poop and
Yeah, and so for a man to even think that you're going to get romantic at that right, you know what, dude, go somewhere. You're like, go on, don't touch me, don't even look at me.
don't even think about it.
Right, don't even look at me. Good luck to fight there. Hey, Dr. Fight.
They got this thing for women called vaginal rejuvenation. So if you've had what you say, at least 4 babies or so, you can still get restored.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can.
You sit like on a thing and it do all this weird.
Well, so but I want to say if you'd had like more than 4 kids, and I hadn't thought about that. So yeah, you probably do need some advanced rejuve because to watch the for JJ stretch like that, and then you keep doing it over and over and over and over again, yeah, you need some help. You need some help.
I'm saying there's a certain point where the babies don't even take long to slide down. They just
Yeah.
you don't even need a hospital at that point. You just open up and whee, they come flying on down.
That's why I say some women don't have a line, don't have a bottom. It's just open. Just yeah, bam, come on, just slide on out. The slide, yeah. Mm-mm.
See, that's no fun. You know what I mean? That ain't you
Yeah,
can't enjoy that.
I would, that's not fun for a guy. I would say that that's not fun for a man.
Exactly. Now I've had women tell before they've said that even with men, a certain size is too much. Like they just you're not putting that inside of me. Like that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it's
yeah. Uh-huh.
entirely too much.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is a too much. So
Uh-huh.
there's women out there that says there is not enough and there is a too much. There's a sweet spot. Now that sweet spot varies from woman to woman. Some women say, look, I need at least I can work with that. When anything over this is that I can't do that with that.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you look at when you hung like a horse, you're like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm able to do that one. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I get you. Well, I guess we all have to figure out what it is that we like and what it is that we don't like.
That's what
That's
I'm
why I say you have
saying.
to know you have to know yourself and know your body. You have to know yourself
But like
and
you
know your
said,
body.
Like you said though, it's not about the size, it's
No,
about the motion.
it's right. It's how you work it. How you work that thing. You got to
That's
work
right.
it.
So horses, as long as they know how to gallop, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's all
but
that
think about
matters.
but the woman can't take it. She like I would love, but I can't take that. I can't take it.
No, 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 no. You can take the motion. Okay.
You got to do some other things besides that. You got to do some other stuff.
You got motion. You got ocean in motion.
You got ocean in motion. You got to do some other stuff. All right, that's I got a couple IGs I want to share with you all before we go. These people had a good time, and this is how.
Before we get to your IDs, Dr. Fight is Pacers versus Thunder. Who you got?
I don't know what Dr. Fight went to.
I got the thunder.
How many games?
I'm gonna say 5.
So he's saying gentleman's sweep.
Oh, he said, okay, okay. Well, I got
And
to
the only
take.
reason I say that is because Oklahoma, what was their record? 28-1, 29-1 against Eastern Conference teams.
Wow. He's what was they record 28 to 29 to 1 in the cup.
29-1 versus the Eastern Conference.
Well,
Yeah.
because I was born a Hoosier, I got to go with the Pacers. So there I go. I told Brad I'm gonna take the Pacers in 7. There you go. Who you got, Brad?
I got Thunder in 6.
Okay. Oh, you look. Oh, y'all against me. Oh, okay. Whatever.
You ain't seen the Thunder.
I have not seen the Thunder, but I have to go to my home state. So
they are deep. They got defense, and they got the MVP of the NBA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So I'm rolling with the Thunder.
Okay, well they may very well win, but I'm gonna go with the Pacers since they ain't been there since 98.
Yeah, and after all that the Thunder executive Sam Presti has done, he need a chip.
But okay, I mean, yeah,
the man drafted kids when they went to the finals in 2012. He had Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant,
oh Lord,
James Harden, Serge Ibaka, and they got swept when they were in the finals.
Who? Oklahoma?
Yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh yeah, where's Dressel and Westbrook?
He was the Nuggets.
Oh, he was. Oh, Denver Nuggets.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's a name show you IG.
Okay. Now before we got to, I got to show y'all this IG. Maybe Dr. Fight have seen them, but I have truly enjoyed this. And this is how you do. What? This how I like to see brothers do what they do.
Into my surprise, there you were standing. Who needs to go to work to hustle for another dollar? Oh yeah, that I can win it. We've come a long way, and yet this is only the beginning for my love.
That must be Johnny's birthday. It was more than that. Go ahead. Thank you.
Gave me something that I never felt. I'm so satisfied. I
Uh-oh.
want to love you forever. But I just can't. No, I
Look at that.
can't. Every time I move, I lose. When I look something, you won't. Every time I turn around, back in
Every
love.
time I turn around, he looks good.
He look good. Hey?
He looks good. Yep, he looks good. Almost. So Johnny Gill gave a it was a pool party, but it was so around Memorial Day.
Do you feel?
You got one more.
And Johnny still do the same day.
You got one more.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. Look at her.
He was getting down.
Oh God! Was that my last Johnny video?
Yeah.
I had 3 of them, 2 of them.
Don't want to.
Oh, are you putting them together?
No, I just clicked on fast. That was Johnny.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you all go. Those are my favorite IGs. Johnny Gill had a birthday, but he did on Memorial Day. And let me see. Sid was there. Kenny Lattimore.
Was Sid in the black?
Steve was still Sid had on the red hoodie. It said 1911.
Oh, okay.
So Sid was there. So many of them were there. So happy belated birthday to Johnny Gill. And Johnny had a good time.
Did I get that front?
Oh yeah, they all had a good time. I want to know what was in them cups.
Look, you can tell when you was at the black folk party because look, did y'all have to see? You know how you had a little tub over there in the corner. Somebody went over there in the little tub and got them a drink out. They got them a little drink out the cooler. I said I love seeing the brothers together having a good time. That was really nice. So that's my IG. Johnny been Johnny been all over the internet. Johnny had a great time.
Yes, he did.
And so happy belated birthday. How old is Johnny Gill now?
59.
Is he 59? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Johnny gonna blow up for his 60th birthday then. But Jeffrey Osborne looks good and he sounds the same. His voice is still very strong. 77, and he's on tour right now. And when he lost his wife, a couple months ago? Jeffrey Osborne? Yeah.
But he wasn't no 77.
But he's 77.
And man, too old to be making women woo woo woo.
Look. Everybody know Jeffrey Osborne. When you woo woo woo, that was my song right there. Jeffrey still got it. He said, I know how to make you woo 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 woo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's why you ain't made it home yet.
No, well, made a couple stops.
Okay, see what I'm saying? He made a couple stops.
All right, I got a honey-do list. I got to do what my honey say do. So, you know.
Okay. Well, that's great. You do your honey-do list. I'm proud of you. Good for you. We missed you too. We're glad you're back.
Glad to be back.
We missed you. I said, I know. Yeah, family stuff. So how's the family? Everybody okay?
Everybody good.
Everybody good. Are the kids out of school now?
No, they got next week they get out.
What? Your kids went into June? When did that happen?
Well, they don't go to school until a couple weeks before Labor Day.
Wow, I know, but I thought your kids always got down in May. Good Lord. I'm surprised.
No, they get out like the second week of June here. Second week of June.
Oh wow. Okay then. I don't know why I thought because I know that when my mom after they get out in May. So that's why I thought maybe you got out in May too. All right, well, go do your honey-do list. Thank you very much. We will see you back here next week, as long as the Lord say so. Are you all on what's this, TikTok and all the others? Thank you. Peace out. Have a good one, Dr. Mike. All right.